Earlier today, I posted on my broadcast channel, which is here on Instagram, that CG community right there. I encourage you guys to join, but I'm going to read you what I read, and then I want to expand on it. I feel compelled to expand on it and just open up about some of the stuff that's been going on and kind of take my own advice, which is venting it out, which I'll read here in a second. So we'll get right into it. Feeling overwhelmed. Anxiety is a bitch. It can easily paralyze us from becoming the people we want to become and from simply doing the tasks that we need to get done. Though it may not seem like it, I experience anxiety every single day. As I'm getting more business experience under my belt over the years, I feel, if anything, the constant anxiety has been growing. This isn't me complaining, whining, or asking for some sort of sympathy. I'm telling you this so you can know that we all feel this way. You are not alone. Some days I get in my head, start venting out all my problems out loud, usually to Heidi. Parentheses, recently getting pulled into what will become a multiple seven-figure lawsuit that I have very little to no control over, close parentheses. After I'm done venting, I'm left thinking, wow, how have I not crumbled already? But every day, after any situation, no matter how stressful, we are always left standing. Once you've vented, take a few deep breaths, realize that the days are coming one by one, take a look around you at the outside world, and realize that life will go on, whether you're paralyzed in your anxiety or not. Calm yourself and figure out, what are the next actual steps that I can take, and start executing one task at a time. Don't worry about next year or next month. Worry about what's right in front of you at that given moment and what you can do in that given moment. Tackle that promptly and move on. I just wanted to share some recent thoughts. Now we're going to play the intro. And like I said, I want to expand on that little paragraph that I wrote. This past weekend was Max's wedding. My best friend in the world, Max Schuning, finally got married. I know, it's wild. I'm still like, how did that happen? But on the Friday before the wedding, the group of guys, the grooms, we all went golfing. Terrible at golf, but we had fun. And around hole number 3, I got a phone call from my lawyers, and I kind of thought the call would be like about one of the existing lawsuit situations we've been dealing with, but no, this was a brand new situation. And the call started with, hey, and I can't, just know, guys, I can't always say everything going on, especially when it's like sensitive to lawsuits, and there's already been a ton of things happening over the last few years unrelated to what I'm about to tell you that I also can't talk about. But just know, like, I got this call. He starts it with, I need to just pre-warn you. I need to let you know the gravity of this situation. Like, I need to let you know the worst case scenario and how bad this could get. So I was like, oh shit. And okay, so I skip out on like 7 holes playing golf. And Max was with David and Joe in a different cart, so I was with like Tom and Pat, just a different group. But literally, I was just like, at the end of that conversation, I was literally left speechless. I said, I'm speechless, because, again, I'm not going to go into detail, but there's nothing I could have done. It's just wild that this can even be something to get sued over, kind of like one of those situations. And like, how the hell can this be a thing? And as I said in that reading, it's looking like it's, no matter what, it's going to be at least a 7-figure, likely multiple 7-figure situation that I now have added onto my plate. And so there was that, hearing that, and then another kind of thing, and like, this is all happening Friday, and I'm trying to like hold it together and stuff, like, no, you know, I'm here, I'm present, and I was, to the best of my ability. But then on Saturday, I saw my parents, and at the wedding, they were invited. Thank you, Max, for inviting them. But they were there, and the first thing, like, my mom can tell. Both of my parents, they look at me and they're like, what's wrong? I'm like, there's just a lot right now. And so I started to very, very vaguely, I don't ever want to stress the parents out, but I just very vaguely told them, there's this new thing. There's also, I'm getting very close to being able to finally like open up and talk about the 3D energy situation, like give you real updates of what the hell's been going on with the brand. So I'm not gonna go into any detail there, but just know that is on the horizon. I'm very excited for it. But that's been something I've been dealing with for a good amount of time now, and it has been very stressful trying to figure and navigate through that. On top of that, I made that Outfleet Company video back in July, kind of filling you guys in. There's been a ton of changes with the company, and so we're really like regaining our footing. But that comes along, like it's so easy to say, oh, like, all right, we're getting back on track, and we are. But that daily workload and daily stress is a lot. And so we're really trying to like navigate and just be sure we get on the right track moving forward. Another thing is I interviewed for I'm gonna get so off track, but I'm implementing some new roles, some new hires. I've been interviewing a ton over the last few weeks, and like interviewing the people that have already been like pre-screened and everything, but to bring some people in to really help give the team more financial clarity and direction, which is something we've been missing huge. So like the COO position is something we've never had before, chief of operations, which will kind of really tie in the finance and get everything into motion and getting executed, right? That's like the missing piece that we've had since we started the company. But I actually had somebody start on Monday, like 3 days ago, for a 90-day like audit trial period, because in the past, when I've hired some higher level employees and just put them in, we've had 2 situations where that's just crashed and burned like super quick. And with all the change that we just went through this year, I'm not about to do that again. I'm not going to like make any more cuts. I'm not going to do any adjustments until I get a better grasp of where we're at. So he's like here working with the team right now, and it's going very well, but like that is a good thing, but like that's obviously a very big piece as well. So there's just been a lot of things that I'm juggling right now, right? And on top of that, we've just been traveling a ton. Whatever, you get the point. There's a lot going on. And I pretty much summarized, I gave y'all more detail than I gave my parents, but my parents were just like, are you okay? And I was like, like we're here at the wedding. I'm doing what I can today. It's a Saturday now. And on Monday, I'm going to do check. And I really, truly went like that whole kind of day in the back of my mind. And even on Sunday, I was kind of thinking like, I feel a lot of people would crumble if they knew what running a business like actually entailed, and under the pressure, right? But just know that what I'm trying to say is like, no matter what your situation is, anxiety is real in every situation. Like even this morning, like before, or every single morning when I'm kind of thinking about all the things I need to do, I kind of start to feel that anxiety. But as soon as I actually get to my phone, get my laptop up, I start messaging people, I start just cutting out the BS back and forth that you live in your head and just typing out what the situation is, bam, send it. It's out, solid answer. I'm not going back and forth. I don't need to wait 5 days. No, this, send. This, send. Here's where I'm at. Here's what I think we need to do. I need a little bit of time. I need to make it's just like getting all of your decisions and things out of your brain, and don't let them simmer in your brain and just go back and forth, like overthinking everything. That's where anxiety lives. And I'm getting better at just actually like making decisions and just taking on what I can and tackling what I can one step at a time. And I want to encourage you guys, because I know so many people deal with anxiety all the time, and even, for whatever, for any reason. And so my advice will always be like, main advice right here, give yourself a little bit of time, 15, 20, maybe 25 minutes to let it out, vocalize it. Once you vocalize, you'll be able to, and someone you trust, obviously, but once you vocalize and get it all out, get your emotion out, now what's the next step? You have to practice that skill. You have to practice, let me let out whatever I'm thinking, everything I got in my mind. And then, all right, what's the realistic thing I can do right now? Not in 3 months, not a what if in a year, or not a what if in 5 years, but what's the next actionable move that I can actually apply and get things rolling? You focus on that. You don't let the stress of the what if keep building. And that's all you can truly do in this life, is like keep going. You can't quit. You can't just live in anxiety. You have to be able to take action and be able to move on quick. And don't give yourself weeks to just like fester in these like feelings of back and forth. And oh well, I vented to this person. Now I need to call this person, or I need a week to myself, or I need this or that or that. Let it out. What can you do? And just move into that direction. I truly, like, that's the best advice I can give. I'll never forget one time, pretty recently, I was going to look at some gym equipment with my friend Justin, who filmed my documentary, which is also going to be releasing on YouTube pretty soon from 2023. Very excited about that. But I was, venting to him. He's a super close friend at that time about whatever was happening in that moment. And that's another thing, like whatever's happening in that moment is very different from what's happening in this moment, but the level of pressure feels identical, right? But he gave me he was driving, I was sitting in the passenger seat, he goes, man, like anytime I get anxiety and really start stressing myself out, he's like, look around. I see a Chick-fil-A, I see the blue skies, I see all these, the cars in the street. He goes, this world doesn't give a damn. The world is still moving. People are still getting their sandwiches at Chick-fil-A. People are still, shopping here at the mall. People are still doing whatever. The world is still going round. Whether you choose to live in this moment or not. It's like, when he said that, I kind of just was like, fuck, he's right. Like, this is all self-imposed. And so that really helped me kind of put that in perspective. So thank you, Justin. I really appreciate you, man. But I just wanted to give you some expansion on that and some advice for when you're feeling stressed. Think about this video. I need to run in because I'm about to be late for our gym manager meeting. So I will see you guys next clip. Be sure to subscribe and like this video also. All right, we just finished up the manager meeting downstairs for the gym. In summary, we started the meeting with this primary goal, right? For 2025, make Alphaland the most desirable fitness destination on the planet. A few sub goals, and then we got all the team to sort of pitch in and expand on ways that we can make these goals happen. So very, very productive hour-long meeting, and yeah, really good. So next step is to get all this written down, categorize it into like, okay, employee improvements, current member improvements, and then the third bucket would be how can we create like a 2 to 5 step process to really deliver the wow factor for our day passes, all the guests that come in. How can we sort of set checkpoints and check in with them and be sure we're not selling them stuff at all, but being sure they can just leave feeling, wow, that was incredible, instead of just coming, giving them the day pass and like letting them explore. I think we can really level that up. So that's where I'm most excited about. I truly feel like I am back in prep mode. If you guys didn't watch my last video, I am making it public. I am getting down to 190 pounds. This morning I weighed in at 204.4. So I've got about 15 pounds to drop. I won't be prepping for a show, but I do want to get into the best shape of my life. Because usually when you if I dip under that, that's really, really pushing. But I feel like a 190 would be really solid for me. So I'm making all my meals every single day. This is my third meal of the day, which is, I'm about to keep up and have about 1.5 hours to 2 hours before my training. So I've got 250 grams of sweet potato, which equals 50 grams of carbs total. And then I got 5 ounces of 93.7 ground beef because they didn't have the 96.4. Which I would have chosen instead. I'm supposed to have 2 cups of veggies, but I finished all my veggies this morning for breakfast. So, yeah. It has been a very productive day so far. Meetings. Good. Just got off the phone. Even better news with 3D. So I'm still can't share, but things are looking very, very good in a positive direction. So I'll share that when I can. But I'm gonna eat this meal and see you for the workout.
Okay.
What do you have to say for yourself, bro?
Okay, I was trying. Christian didn't give me a chance to. He just whipped the camera on me. I was like, not thinking. So what I'm trying to say is give you guys more content.
Shut it off.
No, give you guys more content. So in the sense of right now, he's barely posting once a week. So keep that video the same. So I'm saying post instead of once a week, 2 to 3 times a week. Those other 2 videos, shorter videos, kind of like syncing up through the week. Very concise subjects. Very concise subjects. Imagine a 5-minute video from Christian talking about business, talking about fitness, and it's just that. And otherwise, the video wouldn't exist.
A good example, let's say, the clip that I filmed to open this video about the anxiety and stuff like that. Would y'all be cool if like that was the whole video, pretty much?
Along with another video that week, like a full vlog.
Yeah, like, and then because I pretty much filmed that intro clip. And then I continue on, I'm gonna do a workout, blah, 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 and add it on to this one. So to make it like 15, 20 minutes. So he's saying is like, if I did, the anxiety talk and then maybe I had a second video that was longer, it's better to kind of split and get more content.
Exactly, just get more videos out more frequently through the week. So let's say Monday is a 30-minute vlog. Wednesday is a short 5-minute check-in about a specific subject, something that's on Christian's mind. Friday, another short video. That's it, that's the pattern for the week.
I'll let y'all go at him in the comments again. The Gothic Girl comment was my favorite.
That was pretty funny. I laughed. You screenshot it to me and sent it to me.
The pissed off Gothic Girl.
I'm not pissed off. Lord. Alright, thank you.
There ain't no way. Moise is saying he can dome the V4 Ghost, which is a much bigger tub than the old one.
Dude, this is not that hard.
Look at that scooper size.
I know, but watch this.
No way. Okay, now don't make a face.
You got powder on Not bad at all. It's actually not that bad. I prefer that. We'll just have to drink it.
I'm gonna drink my pre-workout with water like a normal person because it even hydrates you during your lift and you get more effect of the ingredients. I used to be a domer, not no more. Co Guzman on the V4 Ghost.
I'm so scared.
For real though, guys, I haven't talked about the V4 pre-workout on my channel. Essentially what the V4 is, bigger tub, bigger scooper, more bang for the buck ingredients for a cheaper price than the old pre-workout. So even the V3 was more expensive than the V4. They're literally giving you more for less, which is a wild concept. So code Guzman saves you 20% off Ghost always. Feeling jacked in this power compression, man.
These joggers are crafted very well. I told my team, I was like, do you see how they did flat in the front and then ruching in the back?
Wait, show me the front.
That is so you don't get awkward crotch front. This is flat here, and then it's ruching in the back. So it adds volume to the glutes
Those
and
pants.
no awkward crotch fit in the front.
These pants, the Trek pant. They had the
Pant.
Trek, Trek.
They had the best sell-through rate?
They had the best sell-through rate out of any of the. I thought the cargos would do better than those, but these actually did better.
I don't even remember which one the cargos are. I love these.
Same material. Remember the cargos? You had an issue? Yeah.
I do love those.
All right, guys, we are back with another commentary. I'm currently on a 5-day workout split. It's 5 days on, 2 days off, and then you repeat the week. So this is day 3 of 5, and it's a back, side shoulder, side delt, and bicep a day. This new split has me hitting every muscle group at least twice a week, but most muscle groups are getting hit 3 times a week in 5 days. So it's pretty wildly different than what I'm used to. But I'm going to give it, 12 weeks and really try out this split, give it my all, and see how I respond to it. I don't need to touch too much on form. I only filmed 1 working set per exercise, so there's literally only 5 movements here. starting out with a bodyweight pull-up as you're seeing here. The main key difference that you'll notice if you're looking at this form versus like years prior would be how long I'm sort of stretching at the bottom and how I'm not really holding the top. So like as I go up on the pull-up, I used to like squeeze and kind of hold it at the top and for, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then go down. Now I'm just really focusing on exploding up, slight pause, and then like going down, and not so focusing on holding at the top, but more so focusing just on stretching at the bottom. And honestly, I feel like when I'm looking at my progress photos right now, which I just started taking recently, my back is so much wider than it was a year ago when I started prep, or a year and a half ago, I guess at this point is when I started prep. But yeah, it's definitely grown a ton, and I attribute that to focusing a lot more on the stretch. So second movement, we are doing the assisted pull-up. Now I know this is like 2 vertical pulling motions back to back, but I've been really liking it. This is kind of the first 2 movements I've been doing for the last 6 months, I would say, or 5 months. And on this assisted pull-up, you're not replicating what you did on the bodyweight pull-up. You're actually putting your chest, you're like puffing your chest out more than normal, and you're really arching your lower back. I know it's kind of hard to see at this angle, but you're literally trying to bring, like it feels almost uncomfortable with how much I'm arching, but I'm trying to bring the chest to the top of the bar, and still getting a full range at the bottom and stretching. So definitely don't feel like you're being a little bitch if you're using the assisted pull-up. It's something I've been incorporating and I'm really enjoying, and it just fries out my lats. And yeah, that's pretty much all the vertical pulling motion that we did. Exercise number 3, we moved on to the prime chest supported row. The prime pieces are so good. We were lucky enough to get gifted. Gym 1 like got fully supplied with prime after Alpha Land opened, and yeah, it was like a gift sent from heaven, but heaven's prime because they sent it over. And I just love the pieces. This machine specifically, and the one right next to it on my left, they're some of the best back machines out there. One thing that's kind of new to me on rowing, newer, I would say like the last 3-ish years that I've been trying to master, is really like letting the weight pull me to where I'm kind of caving in my chest a bit and getting that stretch in my lat. And that's definitely something that is newer to me. I used to just kind of stay very upright and squeeze but not stretch because I felt like I was losing my form. So that's something that I recommend you guys like working on. And fourth movement, that was pretty much all the back. Like the split is a much lower volume, less exercises, but just super intense, and I'm just hitting everything more frequently. So yeah, it's a more science-based type of approach, but I can most relate it to I'm about to get off topic, but in 2022, I followed a program that Jeff Nippard made for me. It was essentially a full body 5 days a week split. And I followed that for like 6 months, saw amazing progress, but it was extremely taxing. It was literally like 4 to 5 muscle groups per day. And I was hitting them like every single day. So this split is a little bit less full body vibes than that, but it is most similar to, I guess, anything I can compare to. But man, I can't believe what happened to Jeff this week with the whole like choking incident, assault thing that happened. I texted him, I was like, bro, F that motherfucker. And yeah, that was wild. But anyway, he's all good. Last movement after the Arsenal Strength. That Arsenal Strength, I will say, is, I know I just said I love Prime so much, but the Arsenal Strength lateral raise is the best lateral raise machine that I've got at Alphaland. So I definitely will like wait for that one if I need to, and be sure that that is the one that I use primarily. So I was going higher on them, and while keeping the traps, trying to kind of consciously keep them lower. That's been going very well for me. On those, the rep range is about 15. And finally finishing off with these facing away cable curls. I kind of treat these sort of like a drag curl, where I don't know, I keep my arms on my side, but I focus on getting my forearm to squeeze my bicep, and these are crazy hard. So that's the whole workout. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.